First, live, local. Good Day Oregon starts now on Fox 12 Oregon.
My son mainly is the one who's been waiting for this parade for the last 3 years, I believe, because, because of COVID, they have to stop.
I'm really excited to see the parades and the community coming together.
How excited are you guys?
Super excited.
Well, if there was one word to sum up the return of the Rose Festival and all it has to offer, it would seem to be excited. What's these two words? Very excited. 2 parades have come and gone, but one remains, and it's the Spirit Mountain Casino Grand Floral Parade. The big day is here. It is Saturday, June 11th. Good morning. I'm Joe Vithiaphil.
And I'm Stephanie Domerant. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. We begin this half hour of Good Day Oregon with a live look outside. Yeah. Looks pretty low visibility out there. Looks pretty foggy. This is the view from our Portland Shriners Hospital's camera this morning. It is a big day in the Rose City. This fog isn't going to keep our festivities away, that's for sure. The Rose Festival's most highly anticipated events set to begin here in just a couple of hours.
And that's a shot from up high where Jeff Fordron is there right along the parade route. Things are clear and you can see folks lining up, getting ready for the big show.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff, good morning. How's it going out there right now?
Good morning, Steph and Joe. I'm looking at the same low clouds that you are, but luckily the visibility is good up and down the parade route, and people are gathering out here. It's starting to get a little bit more exciting. Atmosphere is changing. You can see one of the vendors that was wheeling down the street here. They haven't quite shut down Martin Luther King Boulevard just yet, but that's going to be happening here in a little while as we approach parade time. Let's take another live look outside. This is from our Stoller Family Estate camera in Dayton, a live look from the Yamhill Valley showing those low clouds. Wet surfaces from the soaking rain during the overnight hours. It's currently 57 degrees out there. Most of us are starting off in the 50s and 60s, but thanks to the wet surfaces, I don't think you're going to have a very good opportunity at mowing today. We're going to probably have wet surfaces throughout the day, even as a few showers pass through. I think we'll have better weather conditions setting up Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll have more on your forecast coming up here in a bit. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you. Let's get back out now to our Tony Martinez. He's joining us this morning in North Portland.
Yeah, we're told he has a very special guest on set. Well, look at that. Royalty. He's amongst royalty right there. Tony, take it away.
Well, I have a few special guests, I would say. One of which, of course, is Angel, the Clown Prince of the Rose Festival. This is like your Super Bowl, your Game 7.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. Been waiting.
Clowning is a lot of fun, but it's a serious business. Ooh, clown to clown, Angel. Just, clown to clown, you and I. Tell me, what makes a great clown great?
It takes heart. That's number one. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe in the craft. You gotta really believe in people, and you've got to be wanting to give it all.
Yeah, it's not all like gags and pratfalls and that kind of stuff, right?
No, none of that. Sometimes we play music. Serious pieces of music.
It's not always silly, tricks that you can buy online and little, gadgets and that kind of thing.
Well, no, we don't have the little props and stuff, gadgets. What's that all about?
I'm having a hard time hearing you this morning. Can you check my? Is there something?
No.
Can you spout
a little bit? Wait,
a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. You got something.
Oh boy.
Oh,
look out.
Oh man.
A lot of room in there.
We could be here for a while.
Well, this is why Tony couldn't hear us earlier.
I have to go to the doctor after this.
Is this normal?
You? Yes.
Is this covered by my HMO?
Yeah.
I'm just curious. You're not a real doctor, are you?
Not at all.
You want to get that looked at.
All right. You got to have heart. We got to have clowns. Big old Rose City reunion. We are back, boys and girls, and can't wait for this thing to get on the road at 10 a.m. this morning. Back to you.
Yeah,
I just love it.
Get that looked at, Tony, by a professional.
Did you see how when he said, "Is this normal?" one of the clowns nodded yes.
For them, it very much is.
Very normal. Yes. Yeah.
And as we await the Grand Floral Parade, we're learning more about the title sponsor of the event.
Fox 12's Nora Hart shows us how the Spirit Mountain Casino is making an impact on the community.
It's a Portland tradition like no other, and this year it's on once again. But the parade is not the only cause for celebration this year. The parade's title sponsor, Spirit Mountain Casino, celebrates 25 years of giving back with the Spirit Mountain Community Fund.
The partnership with Rose Festival
and Spirit Mountain Casino, as well as the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde, really makes sense because of all of our love of Oregon, tradition, culture. We both share those same values.
Those traditions and values are rooted in the Confederated Tribe of Grand Ronde's long history, where members pass along their knowledge and resources to future generations and the greater community.
Today we were out here and we were gathering camas. It's something that our tribe has done since time immemorial, and it's something my great-grandmother did, and now I was out here today with my daughter, and someday she's going to be out here teaching her kids.
This is Olive, my newest grandbaby.
The lessons learned here are reflected in the tribe's greater mission.
So today, we are continuing that proud tradition of giving through our community fund. And the community fund now this year is celebrating 25 years of giving. We're actually approaching $90 million in giving back. It's something that everyone in Oregon has been part of, whether you've visited the casino, whether you've eaten, stayed, seen a concert, if you've played, all that has helped contribute to Spirit Mountain's 25 years with Spirit Mountain Community Fund.
And all of that will help make this year's parade an even grander celebration. Nora Hart, Good Day, Oregon.
And today the Fox 12 team is bringing you all the latest on today's parade. Of course, we've got our own Fox 12's Deborah Gill right there.
Yeah, she's live from North Interstate Avenue right now. And Deb, what are we looking at behind you?
If I step out of the way, you get one guess. What do you think?
It's got something to do with the ducks.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
Some version of a...
It is the University of Oregon duck truck.
There you go. Okay.
Cool. Yes.
Fun.
There you go. Yeah, very popular part of the parade. And joining me now is Susie Thielen. She is with the University of Oregon. All right.
Yes.
This thing is really something.
We love our duck truck. This duck truck has been a part of the Rose Festival Parade for 21 years. And pretty soon that duck might even pop out.
Now, you said the duck is a very special part of the Rose Festival tradition as well.
He is. He's been coming 21 years now, and he even has a pedicab. You'll be seeing him driving around. We love our duck, and the U of O's been a big part of Portland for the last 21 years, and recently with the Balmer Institute, we're really making our place in the town. But nothing beats a parade, and U of O is right here.
But he's been knighted where no other school mascot has ever enjoyed that, right?
Thank you for bringing that up. In 2021, the duck was knighted here. He is now, actually, I should be calling him Sir Duck. We forget that. But he was, by the Rosarians, knighted in the Rose Garden, and it was a big thing. He loves the Rose Festival Parade.
And, of course, people love to see the duck truck because, I mean, this is big University of Oregon town.
It is big, and you'll see a band on the back playing the fight song. We have all kinds of things happening around Portland, and we couldn't be happier than driving this truck down the streets of Portland, and we hope everybody's going to come out. It is not raining.
Right?
No rain. It's always a great day for a parade, and today is the best. So come on, throw your O and get downtown to watch the Rose Festival Parade.
You heard Susie. Throw your O and get downtown to watch the Grand Floral Parade.
I'll give an O.
Right,
I'll give an O for Susie and Sir Doug for sure.
I'm a Coug. I will not throw up an O, but I got to say that hood ornament on that thing, that is really cool. Like,
I love that.
I think anybody can get behind that. That's awesome.
Bringing roses to everybody. Deb, you deserve one of those roses yourself, but just so much fun out there. Thank you. We'll see you again a little later on this morning.
All right, and another person we have down there, our Fox 12's meteorologist, Jeff Forgeron. And Jeff, well, Deb just showed us a big old duck truck. What do you got going on around your area there?
Well, I'm just kind of mingling with people along the parade route. People are starting to gather in droves more and more. I'm joined here by Ariana. Ariana is joined by a few folks in her family here. Who's joining you on the parade route today?
I've got my mom, my dad, and my nephew.
Where are you guys coming in from?
Like Wilsonville, Donald area.
Is this your first time at the parade route, or okay? So how long have you been doing this for?
We've been doing this since I was like little. Like they were carrying me in a stroller, like all of that.
Oh my gosh! So have you always set up on the east side, or have you been on the west side? Do you have a similar spot that you go to?
Usually on the west side, but with it being on the east side this year, we're over here. So.
Now, has the rain caused you to arrive a little bit later from the overnight, or like did you guys ever camp out, or are you always kind of a family that arrived the day of?
We usually did day of. When my dad first started going, they camped out sometimes. So we didn't do that when I was little, but we usually just arrived day of.
What brings you guys back every year?
I think it's just tradition. Like, it's part of our family tradition. We do it every year. We know it's happening, and we love it.
Well, thanks for joining me. And honestly, that's like a similar, message that I'm hearing is it's a tradition. It's like a way for everybody to come together. And full disclosure, the first question Ariana asked me was, is it going to rain during the parade? And, the answer is probably not, but just be prepared in case it does. Little drizzle can't hurt anybody, or it won't hurt everybody. We're kind of used to the rain by now, given how things have been playing out this year. Let's take you up to another shot besides the parade route out here in Northeast Portland. We'll take you up to our Mount Hood ski bowl camera where, we've been dealing with a lot of rain. A lot of spots in the Cascades have picked up over 4 inches of rain over the past couple of days. So we've seen a lot of snow melt, and that's caused the Columbia River and the Willamette River to rise quite a bit. But we're not seeing any major flood concerns at this time. Let's take a look at what's going on the radar right now. And most of Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington have been drying out, and we're not seeing too many showers out there toward Mount Hood. Most of the rain is focused south of Hood and off to the east across parts of Central Oregon and certainly into Northeast Oregon, focusing around the Blue Mountains where we have moderate to heavy rain developing along some of those western-facing slopes. But the scan on the radar is showing pretty darn good conditions across Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington. I think we're getting pretty lucky here for the Grand Floral Parade. Now, a quick look at this forecast model. This is the NAM forecast model, is showing, most of the rain is south and east of the metro area, but we could see some showers pop up during lunchtime and during the afternoon. I think that's going to be caused by some of that daytime heating with a little bit of cooler air over the top of us. That creates a little bit of instability. But I do think that this model is overdoing it with the showers a little bit. However, I would still be prepared in case a few showers pop up during the back half of the day. Now, tomorrow morning, there's going to be another system coming in. It's going to be coming in out of the southwest. So initially, the rain spreads across Southwest Oregon, and then by lunchtime, we're going to see more of that rain arriving to Northwest Oregon and Southwest Washington. Look at what's going to be happening in Central and Eastern Oregon. Widespread heavy rain and thunderstorms will be playing out there, and that's going to continue through the afternoon into the evening. But by the overnight hours, I think a lot of us are going to be drying out with a few showers lingering into our Monday. Now, just a quick glance at some of the rainfall expectations. Over the next couple of days, I think some of the driest parts of the state are going to be getting in on the action with widespread half-inch to inch rainfall totals. And we could see some spots in Central and Eastern Oregon picking up over an inch of rain, which would be a welcome sight given how dry it has been out there over the past couple of years or so. Quick look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook. We'll just be looking at isolated thunderstorms, mainly in Central and Eastern Oregon, that could produce, of course, some lightning, gusty wind, and a few downpours out there. Not expecting thunderstorms west of the Cascades today. 7-day forecast for the metro area shows a few showers both today and tomorrow, and I can't rule out a few showers lingering into Monday either. We'll cool down back into the 60s by Sunday and Monday. We dry out Tuesday and Wednesday with a bit of a warming trend, but by the end of the week, temperatures cool back into the low 70s, and it does look like we could see a few showers return by Friday. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jeff, thanks.
All right, it's 7:42 now, and coming up on Good Day Oregon, the pain at the pump only seems to be getting worse. The new grim milestone we did hit while you were sleeping as we head into the summer travel season.
And in about 15 minutes right here on Good Day Oregon, we take a look at how one local company plans on honoring their workers in the Grand Floral Parade this year after COVID forced cancellations to the annual event.
Well, it was a rough end to the week on Wall Street. In fact, all three indices suffered steep losses yesterday. The Dow plunged more than 800 points as inflation hit a 40-year high. Investors were alarmed by the consumer price index reaching its highest level since 1981. Now, the index shows an 8.6% increase in overall prices for the 12 months ending in May.
And even if you remove food and energy prices from the equation, prices went up 6% over the same period. President Biden addressed the inflation crisis during a speech yesterday at the Port of Los Angeles. He called out shipping companies for high prices on imported goods, saying 9 of those companies raised their prices by 1,000%. The president is also putting much of the blame on Russia's invasion of Ukraine.
Putin's price hike is hitting America hard. Gas prices at the pump, energy and food prices account for half of the monthly price increases since May.
The price of food has increased 10.1%. That is the first double-digit increase in 3 decades. And interest rates are expected to go up once again to fight inflation when the Federal Reserve Board meets next week. And for the first time ever, the average cost of a gallon of regular gas in the U.S. now costs $5. AAA just updated its price readings this morning. Here in Oregon, we went past $5 a long time ago. We're now at $5.54 a gallon, and Washington, it's the same. According to the Oil Price Information Service, the national average could hit $6 by the end of the summer.
Well, the summer travel season is here, and Portland International Airport says this weekend is a busy one, especially tomorrow. PDX managers say that Sunday, June 12th, will mark the single busiest day of the summer travel. And if you are one of the many people navigating PDX this weekend, be aware because the terminal is different from last travel season. Make sure to follow the signs to the security checkpoint listed on your boarding pass so you don't go through twice. I have done it myself. You just really got to double check. And remember, there are no shortcuts between concourses beyond security anymore.
It's like a puzzle in here right now, but we're getting used to it. This is my second time coming through with the construction, so I'm kind of figuring out what things are.
For more information on construction, updated flight schedules, and available parking, just go to flypdx.com before you head out.
Okay, let's check back in with Jeff. Of course, got his eye on the weather and also on all the folks that are lining up for the parade. They started, I mean, we had people camping out overnight.
Yeah, you saw some snacks out there. You saw some cute puppies, a lot of great, happy people as well. It's been a good time so far, huh, Jeff?
It has been a good time, but I'll be completely honest, there were so many more people out here in 2019 by this time because the weather was completely different. Last time it was dry, we had all the overnight rain. You can see how wet the streets are. So folks are starting to gather along the parade route, but they're gathering a little bit later than they did in 2019. I don't blame them. The weather was not cooperating overnight, but it is now. So if you're trying to get out here, it looks pretty good. And I want to take you out to a different view to our Willamette Valley Vineyards camera. It's cloudy up and down the Willamette Valley. But mainly dry. We just have wet surfaces from the overnight rain, and it's currently 58 degrees out there in Turner. Let's take a look at your current temperatures around the metro area. And thanks to the cloudy skies, we haven't started to warm up too much just yet, with most of us sitting in the upper 50s and low 60s. So fairly mild out there. A quick look at the radar shows the bulk of the rain is south and east of the metro area, developing along a stationary front. That's all linked to that atmospheric river, but a couple of isolated showers will be possible from time to time today up to the north and to the west. Now let's take a look at the zone's forecasts along the coast. Well, we're expecting a mostly cloudy day. A couple of showers are possible, but you'll see a lot of dry time with high temperatures in the low to mid 60s. Now, our western valleys, similar to yesterday, are going to top out right around 70 degrees. We will see a few scattered showers, but I think we're going to have a lot more dry time than wet time today. Same goes for the gorge, and if you see a shower or two, it'll probably be focused on the west end around the Cascades. The east end should be mainly dry and warmer with highs climbing into the mid-70s in the Dalles. It will be breezier out there than the west end. Mount Hood is looking at kind of another wet day with a few showers from time to time. It won't be raining all day long, though, and highs should range between the mid-40s to the mid-60s. Central and eastern Oregon, we're seeing widespread rain, mainly around the Blue Mountains this morning. Expect a drier afternoon, but isolated thunderstorms will be possible with highs in the 60s and 70s. 7-day forecast for the metro area. Well, we're going to see a few more showers lingering into Sunday and Monday. It's going to turn cooler. Highs will only make it into the low to mid 60s. We'll dry out by Tuesday, and we'll see a warming trend through Wednesday. But by Thursday and Friday, things start to cool back down again. And I think our next chance for showers will arrive around Friday or so. Guys, back to you.
All right, Jeff, thank you. We'll see you on again just in a little bit here. And we love our furry friends, of course, here on Good Day Oregon. And we love seeing your pets. So before we go to break, here's a look at today's Good Day Pets. We'll be right back. Well, Fox 12 is your official Portland Rose Festival station, and we are so close to the 2022 Grand Floral Parade. Today will mark the first time that it has returned since 2019. And while the pandemic put so many of our plans on hold, it also demonstrated the important roles particular employees play in our community. Fox 12's Marilyn Deutsch just shows us how one company will salute its own workers in today's parade.
Is there a better-known company name here in Oregon and Washington than Fred Meyer, affectionately called Freddy's by its loyal customers? And perhaps many of us never realized exactly how much we depended on Freddy's until the beginning of the pandemic, when so many of us stayed home while Fred Meyer stores stayed open. Those Fred Meyer workers sharing the same fears we all had, but reporting to work anyway.
When you think about the work that's been done over the past 2 years with the pandemic, they've been right there with us, side by side, shoulder to shoulder, working with us and getting things accomplished and providing a great service for our customers.
All of a sudden, they were not just our checkers, our pharmacists, or our butchers. They were our frontline workers. At the beginning, they were sometimes the only people we saw in that one necessary trip to the grocery store. One-stop shopping, perhaps never more important. And in the Grand Floral Parade this year, the Fred Meyer float will salute these workers who soldiered on. Folks like deli clerk Vienna White, who faithfully worked through the pandemic, but will soon be riding high on the Fred Meyer float in this year's parade.
It feels wonderful. I've been pinching myself all week and calling family and all that.
Pharmacist Marilyn Wong has worked for Fred Meyer for more than 40 years. She'll be there too.
I'm just walking in front with frontline workers for this parade.
This year, Fred Meyer celebrates its 100th year. And for exactly half its history in Oregon, Fred Meyer has been a major sponsor of the Rose Festival. The tradition runs deep.
When we're walking down that parade route and I can hear the bystanders screaming, "We love you, Fred Meyer!" And then I look over at our associates and I'll see them with tears in their eyes or screaming back, "We love you too."
After the 2-year-long pandemic that canceled the Grand Floral Parade, reunion is the theme of this year's Rose Festival. But if you think about it, Fred Meyer and its workers never left us. We counted on them, and they delivered. Marilyn Deutsch, Good Day, Oregon.
Well, before we head to break, a live look outside at the Willamette River. This is from our Rivermark Community Credit Union camera on top of the Portland Opera Building. We have a lot more Rose Festival team coverage coming up here on Good Day, Oregon, and you don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.